shit. Wait.
What are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm getting. Oh yeah, bro, yeah.
We are recording already.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. Cut.
Are you ashamed? Are you ashamed
Poquito.
of what you said? Okay.
It was.
Okay.
It was for a sketch.
Let's give it another go.
Let's
Okay.
give it a go. We'll put it in the bloopers.
You want to start? Or you...
You go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Welcome back to the Half Hour, guys. I'm not sure exactly what episode it is. It's like 10-ish. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I think we've made like 11 or 12, but we've only published about 9, I think.
Maybe.
But anyways, welcome back. How's it going, dude?
Yeah, great. It's been a good week. Been
Yep.
Sunny.
What have you been doing?
Drinking and drugging.
Really?
No, not really.
It's fucking, what, it's Wednesday? It's
yeah.
just Wednesday.
No, just had a Monday night football at the house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice little party.
Playing some WoW Classic.
Remember when I told you about Tinder and we were talking about kidneys?
Yeah.
I found something pretty cool on Tinder this week. And
Wait, did someone get their kidney stolen?
No, ish. So, wait.
Okay, wait. How could you
Yeah.
get... Okay.
No,
okay.
you'll-
Let's hear it.
Hold
Let's
on,
hear it.
hold on. Hear me out. So I ran into this girl on Tinder and I took a screenshot. So here. I just thought that was funny.
That's funny.
And if you're wondering, did I swipe right? Hell yes, I did swipe right. She apparently didn't, so we didn't match. But I did it for the podcast.
Okay.
Maybe she was gonna swipe right too, and I was like, "So are you after my kidneys or not?" But yeah, if you're just listening on Spotify, be sure to see this on YouTube because you can't see anything through Spotify,
Yeah.
obviously. Another thing, I don't know if you saw this on the news. There was this couple who were charged. Oh wait, I'm gonna set that phone to vibrate. This couple in Indiana was charged with abandoning a child.
Okay, where or how?
Well, it was in Indiana, but okay, so here's where it gets tricky. Did you ever watch that movie, the horror movie, Orphan?
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much the same shit happened. So it was like this Ukrainian girl who claimed to be 6 years old, and they ended up finding out she was like 22.
What?
Yeah.
And she had like a...
And she was creepy. Yeah, she had this like dwarfism disease.
Okay.
Weird and creepy as fuck. I wish we could show some pictures, but I don't think we can do that because of copyright issues. But be sure to go to this YouTube video, and on the description I'll post the links, and you can read all about it. So it's this girl. She posed.
So that
like
shit actually happened.
Apparently, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That shit's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. And I think she had her age legally changed by her adoptive parents because they kind of figured out that she wasn't a girl. And they changed her age to 22 in like a court or something. It's weird.
And then they just left her.
Well, apparently the parents left her in an apartment for about a year or something. They paid for the lease, and the parents left for Canada because they were going to do some other thing.
Okay.
But she wasn't underage, so it's not really abandoning the
Yeah,
child.
no.
It's a very weird. It's
So
a very weird
people
thing.
thought, and they kind of like
Yeah.
charged them with it, and then
Yeah,
they
and
realized
there's all these weird gray areas where like the state court considered her like a minor, but federal court considered her an adult. So it was like a weird kind of thing. We'll keep you posted, by the way, because
there might be, because I don't know, like her mental state. She might be.
oh, she was actually not well in the head at all. She had spent time in like psychiatric hospitals and stuff.
But I mean, like only crazy wise, or also like mentally handicapped wise.
Is there oh, got it. No, I think crazy wise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I just brought that up because I thought it was kind of creepy. If you want more info, it'll be in the description, and we'll see how this plays out because I think the parents have to go to court early this month. I think so.
Interesting.
We'll see how that develops.
We'll read about it and then we'll talk about that.
Right.
That'd be cool. So today we're talking about. I proposed talking about shows we watched as kids, right?
Right.
Kids, I mean up until teens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, so the first show I kind of thought about, and I thought about it because the fucking premise is so weird. Because I was telling this bedtime story to my kids,
Right.
and I'm like, wait, why? It's pretty much about fucking. The show is called Gummy Bears, right? So it's bears.
Wasn't it Care Bears?
No, it's Gummy
Okay.
Bears. This is a different one. So it's like gummy bears jumping here and there and everywhere.
And that's when we were kids?
That's when we were kids.
Shit, I didn't
Okay.
see that.
So it was this gummy bears that lived in the forest, and they pretty much just like cooked crystal meth. No, so they made this gummy bear juice that everyone wanted.
Okay.
Everyone was like, they needed it. If they drank it, they got like super strength.
They felt
or bounced around the like. The bears bounced around, and the humans got like super strength.
Right.
So pretty much, bears cooking crystal meth in the forest. And it's weird because I watched it, and it was such a good fucking show. It was like medieval times. They were like ogres and shit. I don't know. It was a good show. And I'm like, wait, I haven't seen that. And I watched it again. The quality was so bad.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The animation was just terrible.
Well,
But
you know,
the story was good.
a lot of things they did when we were younger, especially if we're going to get into Nickelodeon, obviously.
Yeah.
But a lot of these kids were first-time actors. They had like no experience
Yeah.
acting in anything, and it kind of made it look real. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it made it a little bit more raw. I
Exactly.
guess.
Yeah, more organic, if you want to.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a very progressive word.
More condomless.
What? He meant to say natural.
Oh, al natural.
What other shows? Now, I think this is a show that you watched yourself as well, The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wasn't that a good show? It
teens,
it
like
developed
14,
this
15?
huge like cult following, and
was a good show.
it only had 2 seasons.
It was
Oh
weird
wait,
as
it
fuck.
had 3 seasons.
The writers had to be on drugs.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was weird.
It
was
was.
like just a random guy that hanged out with kids.
Oh, like Artie?
Yeah,
Artie, yeah.
it's
That's
like-
that's
that's
like
sketchy as
yeah, like
fuck.
yeah, and they were best friends and shit.
It's
You
like,
can't
come
do that
on.
anymore.
No. Not without serious questions being.
If you want to get
Asked.
if you want to get nostalgic, pause the video right now, go to the description, and I'm going to post a link to the intro with
Pete and
with
Pete?
the theme song. Yeah, so I'm going to do
Okay.
that. So do that. Pause it, watch it, come back. We're going to be right here.
Well, and then I'm gonna send you the link for Gummy Bears because I know people are gonna have watched this.
we
show.
have to include more links, dude.
Yeah.
I like that. Good.
Let's do that. And okay, so another show, cartoons. I only did cartoons. I don't know why. 'Cause I started with my early ones,
Right.
and then I just got to too many of them. But
I actually didn't choose any cartoons.
no,
No, I didn't. I wasn't a cartoon guy.
oh, I was a cartoon guy for sure. Like up until my late teens, I loved cartoons, like Rocco's Modern Life and stuff like that.
That was pretty cool. Yeah,
I like that one. So there was Doug.
I like that one as well.
Doug
yeah.
was good. The theme song.
That was a Nickelodeon thing, right?
That was Nickelodeon
Okay.
as well. Yeah, so I went through like Hanna-Barbera stage where it was like
Was that the Jetsons?
it was the Jetsons, the
The
Flintstones,
Flintstones.
the Dog Pound or whatever.
You know what's so
Puppy
creepy about the
Puppies.
Jetsons? They used to have like FaceTime kind of deal.
Oh yeah, they did.
And everyone thought it was like, whoa, that is so sci-fi. And that's like if you show that to like any kid who's like 8 years old, they're like, like
what's
they're-
the future
yeah,
of this?
they're like so not impressed by FaceTime.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever get into Snick? Because that's what really like my early 90s and mid 90s. That was like
So when you say
that
Snick,
was my thing.
what shows are we talking about?
Well, I think it was like, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, exactly.
All that.
All that. Clarice Explains It
Clarissa,
All.
that was an awesome show, by the way.
Pete and Pete.
And it was so normal how that guy Sam would just like bring his ladder
Yeah.
and enter
That's
straight.
rapey as fuck
That-
as well.
yeah, it's
like-
horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
It's
yeah,
like, no,
yeah.
mom, it's fine. He doesn't need to use the front door. He can just
Use
bring
the
his ladder. Yeah. But those were good. I think they were like good, clean, fun shows. Don't you
Yeah.
think?
I think so too. I think, as a kid, your fucking criteria of what's good and what's not.
Yeah, it's
It-
not.
it-
It's not very good.
Yeah,
is it?
It's just what it is. What it is.
Yeah, yeah. I need to rewatch some of those things. I know that Pete and Pete were re-released on DVD. They re-released season 1 and 2, and that was in 2005. And they had season 3 already pressed and ready to go, but something happened with Universal, and I don't know what was the other company that had the rights to it.
Wait, is Nickelodeon part of Universal back
well,
then?
it was part of what's the parent network?
So it's MTV.
Yeah, MTV, VH1.
VH1.
It's called Viacom.
Okay.
And I think they kind of own all like a whole bunch of things. But something happened with the distributors, and they're allegedly sitting in a warehouse somewhere, pressed and ready to go, and they've been there for like 10 years.
What, like season 3?
Yeah, season 3 of Pete and Pete.
But
And
it
you
was
can
never
go on-
released.
No, on DVD it wasn't. No.
Oh, but you can go online and like.
Well, but it's going to be
bootleg
like,
it, I think.
well, it's going to be VHS to digital.
Well,
like,
that's true.
It's probably not going to be very good. But you can find season 1 and season 2, and they go for like $80.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's like one available on Amazon. I was checking it out a little earlier.
So one thing I was really thinking about when I was thinking about all these like shows that we used to watch back when we were younger, was that how different it is that the episodes don't have like an underlying story. It was more like, this episode is this story ends. It was all neat and packed, and then the next episode had nothing to do with the last one, usually, or very little.
Right. Do you mean it was like a standalone kind of deal?
Yeah, standalone kind of deal. And now with all the binge watching, it's almost like you need to have like an underlying story that like pulls you through the whole like season.
Yeah, that's right. That's actually very true because we didn't have binge watching because there was no way, unless you wanted to tape every single like episode,
Yeah,
then wait and then actually binge it.
And even then, if you try to
Did they
binge
even-
watch it, it doesn't. It's not bingey.
I think first of all, your parents would have made you go play outside after an hour and be
Well,
like,
of
"Hey,
course.
motherfucker, get the fuck out of here!" Like,
No, but even if you try now, it's not bingey because since it's so like episode and it ends, there's no cliffhanger, there's no like
Yeah.
underlying story that you're trying to follow. There's no like, oh, what happened with that guy? It's just like problem solved, end. Problem solved, end. Problem
Yeah.
solved, end. And I really like that because you could get into a show real quick too.
yeah, no, and you can watch it whenever you want. It's
Mm-hmm.
not going to leave you hanging. You're like, shit, I need to see what's going to happen with
Yeah.
such and such.
Like usually, there might
Yep.
have been some exceptions.
Who do you think started with all that? The first show that I remember that caused binging with people I know was 24. What do you think
Yeah.
was the first show that caused it?
I think it was
And there'd be these like super intense people who would actually watch it in 24 hours. And I'm
yeah.
like, dude, you just lost about a year of your life to fucking to binge watch that shit.
yeah. I wasn't. I was never a real big fan of 24. I thought it was kind of like
I thought it was lame.
slow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Friends, I like binge watching
But
Friends.
how long can you binge watch it? Like 3 episodes, 4?
I mean, yeah, it's like 200 episodes, right? But you could binge watch it quite a bit,
Yeah.
and in like segments, I guess.
You were going to say something about Pete and Pete.
Yeah. So I was trying to, while we talk about these shows, I'm trying to have like
Like
what's
a flashback.
a flashback of each. And the episode I remember the most, it's 2 of them. It's the one where the dad finds a car, like literally a car, and it works and shit on the beach with his like metal detector.
Okay.
And the one where they're trying to like break the world record of not sleeping. or
Yeah,
whatever.
and that was a weird episode. We'll post a link to that as well because I think we can find that scene on YouTube. And Pete Jr. He starts to he becomes like a little rebel, right? Because his mom,
he's like, it's bedtime
yeah.
or whatever.
So she made him go to bed at 9. And then Pete, you know how they get like he starts thinking about everything and gets all like philosophical and stuff. And he's like, "Why 9 o'clock? Why not 9:11? Why not?" And that was weird. The fact that he said 9:11, I was like, "Oh,
Conspiracy theory much?
yeah." No. I mean, it was such a long time ago.
Coincidence,
But
yeah.
yeah, it was a coincidence. So he says that, and then I guess he challenges his mom to like, you know what? I'm going to break the world record of sleep. And I think the record was 11 days without any sleep.
I thought you died like at 7 days or something like that. Like literally died.
I mean, there's no way I could do 11 days.
No, I don't think I could do like more than 3.
Yeah.
Like and I'd have to be like under stress, like an emergency situation type thing.
Was that a show that you watched a lot?
No, not
No?
particularly.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of the Nickelodeon
Yeah.
thing.
What was your Nickelodeon go-to show?
I don't know, maybe All That or
All
Salute
That.
Your Shorts, but that was later.
Yeah. Well, Salute
Or
Your Short
earlier,
started
actually.
in 90. I got it right here. It started. No, it was actually just 2 seasons, 91 and 92.
Oh, okay.
And they had 25 episodes, and it's weird because I remember watching. I loved that show, so I'd watch it over and over again. And I can swear that I watched it over 25 times, and I think I never repeated. So I mean, I was probably repeating all these episodes because they only made 25 of them. So
Oh, and I remember. So do you remember Are You Afraid of the Dark? Right. It was a
Yeah,
good show.
yeah.
It was edge scary. Like it wasn't really
it
scary.
was PG scary,
Like, more like
yeah.
suspense or like
Yeah.
maybe occulty, but wasn't like really like scary like death or whatever.
Yeah.
You know. And I went to sleep at a friend's house, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to watch Tales from the Crypt?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's it
that?
about?" It's like, "Okay, do you know Are You Afraid of the Dark?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." It's like, "Okay, yeah, it's kind of like that."
It's like a notch up.
That's all. No, it's kind of like that. I'm like, "Yeah, fine, let's watch it." Fuck, I almost peed my pants. I couldn't go to sleep. Like I was at a friend's house. Like I wanted my mommy and my daddy like real bad.
Yeah, Tales from the Crypt was pretty strong.
It was
stuff.
dense,
yeah.
man.
And
Yeah.
they well, yeah, it was intense. It had a lot of nudity. I remember that. So I'd watch it and all these like naked chicks all over the place. And how old were we? Like 10,
Yeah,
11
12,
maybe? I don't
I
know.
don't know. No, yeah, like 10. It was before middle school. So yeah,
Yeah.
10.
You got to get that HBO.
And the first thing it starts and this like fucking creepy little fucking skeleton thing just like pops up and start talking,
Yeah.
and from there I'm like, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said shit. But then you can't be a little bitch in front of your friends, so you can't be all like, no, it's just scary. Just let's.
Oh,
watch
you
something
got to
else."
suck it up.
You
yeah.
gotta suck it up,
Especially at that age.
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about Are You Afraid of the Dark, believe it or not, it's coming back. It's actually
really?
yeah, it's coming back in 10 days. So
What?
yeah.
That's
So it's
fucking
coming
crazy.
back to Nickelodeon on October the 11th, and
Okay, so I'm gonna watch that and we'll talk about
yeah,
it.
for sure. So they were gonna make, I think, a full film, right?
Okay.
Based on Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh wait, yeah, I saw that Netflix, right?
No. It's just on Nick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The film?
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they were gonna do like a film, and then they were like, "Fuck it, let's make a whole series." And then for some reason, they ended up with a 3-part miniseries. So
Okay.
it's gonna be on the 11th. Hold on, I should have that right here. Yeah,
Oh, and it's
11th.
Halloween's coming.
Yeah.
So it's October. Yeah.
So it's going to be episode 1 on the 11th, episode 2 on the 18th, and episode 3 on the 25th of
Halloween,
October
yeah.
on Nickelodeon.
that makes
so
sense.
we'll see how that plays out. And
How scary will it be?
I don't know. It probably won't be that scary, but
I don't know.
we'll have to wait and see. And by the way, all that came back this year.
As well?
Yeah,
Fucking remakes, man. They're bringing everything back.
yeah.
Who's the guy? The actors.
Oh well, it's
Like all
kids.
new
Yeah,
kids?
I did see the intro. We're gonna post a link to. We're gonna do a lot of links now. I like it. We're gonna post a link to all this stuff. So
Make it
if you're
Throwback
curious,
Thursdays.
yeah, if you're curious, just like pause it right now. Literally, we'll wait for you and watch this stuff. But yeah, so it's a brand new cast. You're probably not going to know who anybody is. I did watch the intro. They kept the original song with Lisa Left Eye
really?
Lopez, which is awesome.
That's great. So it was, if I remember correctly, it was sketch comedy.
Yep, and
with,
like with a musical guest.
yeah, exactly.
At the
At
end,
the end,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was cool because at the time I remember a lot of our friends or people we hung out with, and they wanted to look at comedy or whatever, they would go to SNL. But I really didn't get SNL until I was older. Like,
Yeah, because they were talking about like,
do you think those kids were trying to act cool because maybe their older siblings watched it, so then they would watch it and like laugh at shit that they didn't know what was going on?
no, I don't think so.
SNL though, I'm talking about
yeah,
SNL.
I, that's what I mean. I mean, funny shit is either funny or it isn't.
Well,
You
but
can't really
sometimes you
pretend
can't get
to.
the joke
But you
because
get.
there was a lot of like sexual
well, no, you're
innuendo.
right. You're right. It's like, for example, a movie.
Not just sexual, but it was like adult current events where you're not really gonna know what's going on.
No, I get it. A good example was, my brother put on Biodome.
Right.
I remember.
I love that movie,
That
by
was
the
a
way.
great
It's fucking
movie.
awesome.
But you didn't get a lot of the fucking jokes
No.
till you were older.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I've only quit 3 things in my life. And it's like smoking, masturbation. And I'm like, what's masturbation? It's like, I'm not getting into that shit. Just watch the movie, man.
Ask your mom. Ask your dad. And then they go back and forth like, you want to ask your mom. No, ask your dad. Oh, that was amazing. That was the first like sketch comedy show that I kind of watched. And at first I didn't get it. I was like, this is boring.
Like,
and
why are the characters changing so much?
Exactly,
like, what's the point?
And then I kind of watched a couple of them, and I was like, man, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's where Keenan and Kel came
and then
out
movies
of.
and
then
Good
the Amanda
Burger
Show
and
and Good Burger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the best movie, but it's a good movie.
It's a good movie, man.
It's good.
It's one of those movies that it's like, I watch the show, might as well watch the movie.
Right.
And you laugh a little.
The Ed character was amazing
Yeah.
from Good Burger, from the All That Days.
Okay, so what the fuck happened to Amanda Bynes? She was like a sweetheart,
Yeah.
fucking beautiful, funny, smart, whatever. And then crack cocaine. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Yeah, she
just went off the rails.
She had a rough time. I'm not sure exactly what happened. We'll do some investigating, maybe possibly drop another link. But yeah, she was like a little sweetheart girl, and
She had a couple of movies that didn't do that bad, I think.
I'm not sure how well or bad they did. But yeah, she looked like she was doing fine, and all of a sudden kind of lost it. I don't know how or why, but yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Kid actors, man, they suffer.
Yeah, they tend to lose it. What about Saved by the Bell? Did you watch that show?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, for sure. Because I had older brothers, so they watched it, and then because that one's like for the whole 90s almost.
I have no
like,
idea how long that way. And then they had like Saved by the Bell,
like
college years. Yeah.
And then what? Wait, wasn't she the one that wasn't like striptease? The
Yeah,
curly
yeah.
hair one.
Yeah, her name was Elizabeth something.
Yeah.
And what was her name on the show? Jessie.
Jessie?
Yeah. So she did striptease, and I think she regretted it for like ever.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucked up her career, I think.
'Cause
maybe.
she was probably naked in that film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. By the way, there's a great film that I want you and everyone else to watch. I don't know if you've watched it, but it's kind of like it's got this salute your shorts feel, but it's for adults. It's called Wet Hot American Summer.
Oh, of course.
You've watched it?
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
amazing.
Did you watch the show first, though?
I started to, but
Okay.
I watched the film first. I have not watched the whole show yet. I think I watched like 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, there's several of those that I didn't watch like as a kid or as a teenager, and I watched later on, like Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah.
I also watched later on, and
That's a
they're
pretty good show.
Yeah, it's a good show, good music too. And I think that's one of the reasons why they stopped. I think they just couldn't pay the score.
You think so?
Yeah, I heard of something like that.
Okay,
They're
well, because that's what happened to like Dairy Girls did the exact opposite. Like the season 1, they had like the music was fine, but they spent like all their money on like one Cranberry song, and the rest was like stock music. And
whatever is on Final Cut, just fuck it.
whatever's on Final Cut Studio, just put it in there. And now with season 2, they got a lot of like cool 90s music going on there. So that was kind of nice.
They got more budget.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just wanted to throw that in there. But yeah, Saved by the Bell was definitely like a big thing.
Yeah, and then there were like Saved by the Bell copy paste things that were like kind of the same thing.
Right? Wasn't that like what's this guy's name? I forget his name. Boy Meets World?
Yeah,
the
Boy
show.
Meets World, and
That was really similar.
there were so many shows. There was like, early Disney shows as well, like Growing Pains and
I don't think I watched that.
Legends of the Hidden Temple, that game show for kids.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I love that fucking
Yeah.
show, especially like when they went into the temple. And
When did slime start to be a thing on Nickelodeon? Like,
I don't know, man.
How did it happen? Because slime was like the ambassador of Nickelodeon, you know?
I literally think it was just a lot of producers doing drugs. I really do, because I don't think I can't imagine. You know what I think? How it happened? Like right now, it occurred to me. Funny, right? Pie in the face.
Right? Yeah.
So, and I think it started with that, and it's like, but we have to make it our own.
Remember-
Something that can't be copied.
I don't know if you had these, but you remember the moon shoes?
Oh, for sure.
Did you have a pair of those?
Fuck yeah! Everyone had a pair.
Yeah, it was amazing.
They would like fuck your ankles up real good.
And they really weren't even that special.
No,
like, it
at
didn't
all.
even
Like,
feel like
You
all
kinda
that
jumped
good.
it a bit, and then your ankle would like fucking.
Yeah. And then the rubber bands would like break and whatever.
Yeah.
And then did you ever buy GAC?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of like slime, right?
But slime was the green one. Slime was like
and
the
Gak was like the orange one, I think.
yeah, it was like yellow.
Yeah.
I think they had different colors for it.
No, because slime was actual slime. Like it would like
Yeah.
like stick, and Gak was more like an
It was a bit more manageable.
yeah, and you could like it wouldn't like stain. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And
Smelled
slime
pretty
wouldn't.
nasty as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Nickelodeon did their
I think they did their shit pretty well in the 90s.
yeah, because
You know what's the show? Oh, Ren and Stimpy was a
That's fucked up.
trippy show. Now, was
so
that
farty and like toilet humor so much.
did that come from MTV and trickle down to Nickelodeon or vice versa?
I
Because
think
they
it
showed
came-
it on MTV as well.
Yeah, I think it came from MTV, and then they put it on Nick at Night.
MTV in the 90s was pretty risque. I mean,
Yeah, they didn't care.
they were like on the edge of what you could show sexually without actually being like rated R.
And
or
it was
being-
cable at the time, right?
It was cable, yeah.
So
It was
they could do
cable
whatever they wanted.
or satellite. So yeah, they could do whatever they wanted. And
Yeah.
remember the show Singled Out with Jenny McCarthy?
Yeah, of course.
That was a pretty good show. I used to watch that as like a 10 or 11-year-old.
And not understand like
Of course not.
3/4 of what they were talking
No,
about.
I was looking at Jenny McCarthy, just looking at her boobs, going like,
This is a good show.
yeah.
That's like Baywatch, all that like slow motion.
Did you ever? I
TV
never watched.
bouncing
I
thing.
never watched Baywatch.
I did.
Yeah.
The story was shit. The girls were pretty cool, but it's one of those shows where
Now this is like in the Pam Anderson days.
yeah,
Okay.
it's one of those shows where you watch it and it's like this is a terrible show, but then
Right.
something happens and it's like okay.
Well, but you know why
and,
these
and then
shows?
wait, and then you watch it more and more and more, and then you kind of like
Yeah.
it's one of those like guilty pleasure shows, you know,
Right.
where
It's-
you know it's a bad show, but you're already into it anyways. So.
I have a bit of a theory why like all these shows became so huge and stuff. It's because whatever Nickelodeon threw at you, you pretty much didn't have much of a choice. It
That's
was
true.
like you're gonna watch this shit because that's what's on. You can't go on YouTube. You can't go on Netflix. Nobody really had. I don't think. I mean, I know they did release a lot of this shit on like VHS, but no one really had them. Like, I don't remember any of my friends having like seasons on VHS going like, "Oh, we're gonna watch this." I used
No,
to
it
have.
wasn't a thing either.
You know what I used to have on tape? Beavis and Butthead.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Because if you bought the tape, they'd take off the music videos.
Oh,
So
okay,
you didn't
it
have
was
to sit
only-
through. Yeah, it was like
only cartoon.
exactly. So
Oh,
you didn't
that's
have
cool.
to sit through, and because some of the music videos are really dark and weird bands.
Yeah, and a lot of like weird metal and
Yeah.
rock and alternative rock.
It was
stuff.
like Northern European metal and shit. But it was funny as hell. I watched a little Beavis and Butthead like a month ago, and it's awesome.
yeah. There's so many shows, and I think we're not doing them justice by speaking about
Oh
all
yeah,
of them.
and I'm sure we're
So-
forgetting a ton of shit.
Oh,
If
yeah.
we did, let us know, and we'll bring it back.
So I think what we should do is, decide on a show and then talk about that show exclusively for like half an hour, because there's so
Yeah,
much to talk
there's
about.
so
like,
much stuff.
with Beavis and Butthead,
Oh,
the movies, and then all the animation, like
Yeah.
because that's another thing. How good animation can make a show, but how bad it is can also like really help.
Oh yeah, because it makes you just
Yeah, like South Park. and-
exactly. It makes you listen to what they're saying.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It makes you
Like, the
understand a little
content
bit more.
is more important than the animation, right?
Exactly. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, because I know there's a lot of, and I know there's shows that we probably just forgot to mention that should be mentioned.
So many. Because back then there were really like 4 or 5 things you could watch. Like network television, like ABC, CBS, all that shit.
Yeah.
Which during the 90s, what I remember was like what Saved by the Bell. What else was on network television back then? Like fucking
What's that show with the Olsen twins that was huge? I never
Oh,
watched
Full
it.
House.
I never watched it. I
Yeah.
for one or other reason, I just never got around to watching
Oh,
it. I
yeah.
was watching something else.
Full House was pretty big, and
Was it a good show? Did you watch it?
it was like a good family show, I guess.
Right.
I watched it a bit.
You know what show I did like? The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, dude.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I
a
thought
good
that was a
show.
pretty good show.
you based your viewing more by the channel than by the show. You know.
Well, but I think, networks were churning out some pretty good, like, quality shows. So, I mean, if it was like I think, what Nickelodeon shows did I just not like? I think I wasn't into Hey Dude. Remember that show? It was like a Western. I just wasn't into it. I don't know if it was because it was maybe for like an older demographic or whatnot.
I mean, I'm sure they had bad shows too that just didn't make it.
But yeah, I'm sure they had like pilots that were never picked up and whatnot. But that was probably the only show that if it came on, I would
Sabrina
change.
the Teenage Witch. I didn't.
I don't think that was on Nick though.
That was a Nick.
It was
maybe
it was
we were
Clarissa,
a little bit older.
No, it was Clarissa Explains It All.
Yeah, and after that, it was Melissa Joan Hart.
Yeah, it was Melissa Joan Hart.
Sabrina.
But are you sure it was a Nick show?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
100% sure.
We'll
then
check
Cartoon
that.
Network came, and that had some really good like animation. We were like late teens. That came later for me, and they brought good shows that they animated.
Right.
Dexter and Powerpuff Girls and stuff. So that was cool. Johnny Bravo. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but I never watched any of that stuff for
Yeah.
some. Yeah, I wasn't really a cartoon guy.
So I think what we have to do is from all this
shit, maybe
grab one show and talk about that.
I like that, but we need people to vote for it.
Yeah. So just put in the comments below
Yep.
what show you would like us to talk about more in depth, and we'll do that.
Or go to our Instagram and slide into our DMs, because that's what the kids say nowadays.
Okay.
Slide into the DMs.
I have no clue about that.
Yeah. I follow way too many meme pages. Talking about memes.
Meme of the week.
Meme of the week.
Yeah. So I have mine. Wait just a sec.
I need to find mine.
I found mine. Do you want to see it first?
No. Oh yeah. I mean, I want to see it, but I want you to surprise me. I don't want to see it first and then.
Wait. What did you say? When you see it, you're gonna see it for the first time.
No.
Anyways.
Right. Because we're shooting. I'm sorry. That was really stupid of me. All right. Let's see that thing. Do you think a lot of the guys smoke weed
Oh
there?
yeah, for sure. I think at least 80%. At least.
Okay. I trust that you did your research.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, I need to find mine.
Did you ever work at a fast food restaurant?
Ish. I don't know if
Like
it's considered fast food though.
Like a diner, Applebee's type thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not fast food, but still.
Shitty ass job, by the way.
Were you a waiter or like a bus boy? Or?
Neither nor.
Okay.
Neither or. I was an expo, which is like you're right next to the kitchen. You're the nexus between the chef and the waiter. So it's like, hey, you got to take that. You got to,
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's a great experience. Fuck, where is this?
Did you ever fuck with people's food?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
I think people should die a very unpleasant death that messed with people's foods, no matter what.
Oh, I found it. So I don't know if you guys know who this guy is, but it's Hide Your Pain Harold.
Okay, no. Oh yeah, of course. That fucking
right?
Old guy with the eyes like goes like yeah. For sure.
It's such a light joke, but sometimes these are like the funniest things. It's totally true. By the way, this guy is Hungarian.
Yeah, I know.
And he was like, he was not happy at all when he found out that he was like a meme. He was meme material. And then
he modeled for like stock photos.
Exactly.
Right?
He modeled for like a ton of stock photos, and they just memed the fuck out of him.
Sorry.
Where does the word meme come from?
Meme is an actual word, so it comes from meme.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, meme is like a
no. Not like a mime.
Mime. Yeah.
No, it's
that was stupid.
Meme.
Sorry.
It's so what a meme is that it something that culturally like fucking goes around the population real quick or whatever.
Okay, I think
something like that.
We're just saying nonsense now.
No, I'm gonna do the definition. Let me just.
Are you gonna be that guy?
I'm gonna be that guy.
Maybe we can do it for the next episode.
Yeah,
though.
let's do it for the next one.
Because usually when we start saying like these kind of things, it's because we're running over time and just saying nonsense.
Yeah, so let's not do that. But yeah, meme is
it's a word. All right. Anything else you want to say before we leave?
I mean, you just put it up there. I don't know.
Hey, you know what? I won't even.
Are you gonna cut it?
I'm
Are
not
you gonna
gonna.
bleep it?
No, I'm not gonna censor it.
Bleep it.
I'm not gonna be that guy.
Just bleep it.
You want me to bleep it?
Yeah, bleep it.
Fine, I'll bleep it. If you like this stuff, please share it. If you don't, at least give it a thumbs up. Please, thank you.
Don't beg for likes, man.
What else are they gonna do?
Could we have some more?
Could we have a like, please? It's
Wow.
seriously, it's not. Does it? Yeah, please,
Yeah,
just
come on,
fucking
don't-
like it,
don't
even if
be a
you don't.
dick,
Yeah,
even if
don't
you
be a
don't,
dick.
just-
Or if you really
like-
don't like it, do a thumbs down. But
Yeah,
you know,
just participate, man.
yeah, participate.
Stop with the apathy.
Again, go to our Instagram. It's right here, around here ish, or YouTube. If you're
Yeah.
just listening on Spotify, I highly recommend that you go to YouTube because that's where we drop all the links and stuff. And we do memes of the week on Instagram. Instagram is at the half hour, and you can find us as the half hour on YouTube. Not to be confused with that show for stand-up comedians on Comedy Central.
Yeah, and if you want to be on the show, just give us a holler. We'll set up a Skype.
Slide
date.
into our DMs,
Booms.
and we'll have you on Skype for sure.
Yeah, so you can participate and say stupid things with us.
Oh, and Morgan Freeman, again, if you're watching,
Yeah.
we'd love to have you. So
Yeah,
yeah.
just
slide
never
into
know.
our DMs.
oh, you're gonna make him slide into the DMs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be
I
fucking
think that's
awesome.
how they call it.
I don't
So,
know.
yeah. We're being stupid.
Yeah.
I think we got to go. So
You gotta go.
thank you very much. See you guys next time. Original music by Rennie Cornish.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm good.
Sweet.
The half hour.